the southern part of Indiana that's
just
right
kind of
there.
go south,
The further you go south, just kind of the worse it gets for you and me together as a couple.
Question that was asked in the interracial marriage and dating group. Husband and I are considering a move to Tennessee. Are there any towns and cities we should not consider moving to based on being in an interracial relationship? Your answer would be, should they consider moving to Tennessee? First of all, have you been to Tennessee?
I have not been to Tennessee.
Okay.
I'll be honest.
Disqualified.
My opinion is null and void. It doesn't matter.
But we're going to talk about it anyway. Because we have opinions on this.
I probably wouldn't move to the South at all. That's just me based on the experiences of, Missouri and Arkansas and Indiana. So the southern part of Indiana, that's
just
right
kind of
there.
go south.
The further you go south, just kind of the worse it gets for you and me together as a couple.
Right. Now, before people get defensive who live in Tennessee, I want to say you have earned that reputation. You have earned that reputation with segregated schools, segregated churches, segregated neighborhoods.
Oh, wait a minute. Isn't
What?
Tennessee the one who just said it was okay to put up "No Jews Allowed" sign?
Yeah, there was a particular county in Tennessee where a couple tried to adopt. There was that issue, and then there was an issue where a Jewish couple wanted to adopt, and they felt like they were being discriminated against, and the judge threw the case out.
Just dismissed it.
Just dismissed it, right? Okay. Not that doesn't happen in other states, but that just happened. And then there is the situation where businesses in a particular county are allowed to put "No Jews Allowed" up.
Right. So there were those two different instances.
There was two different instances.
Has recently happened in Tennessee. So
No.
it's hard.
No.
I'm also gonna. I grew up in Idaho. Sorry.
It has a reputation.
I'm not gonna take my family to certain places in Idaho. It's not going to happen.
Right.
And even in the good areas of Idaho, Sun Valley and little parts of Boise, I'm still on my guard. I grew up there. I know what it's like. I know that this is gonna get some.
Yeah, it's gonna get some
not
looks.
Comfortable.
So
looks.
I'm gonna add something to Tennessee. I have cousins who live there. I've got friends who have lived there. I have not met anybody who hasn't liked Tennessee. However, none of them were in an interracial relationship. None of them. I've known white people who've loved it. I've known black people who like it there. Not for me, but not just because of the interracial aspects. I personally don't want to live anywhere in the South. In fact, I don't even want to live in America because we don't live in America. But if you force me to live in America, it would not be anywhere below.
Didn't your cousin say something to the effect of he enjoys living in Tennessee because it's easy to have basically an all-black neighborhood and his kids to go to all-black schools?
No.
Or it was something to the effect of...
I don't remember that particular comment, but I do remember the comment of you have everything there for black people, which I will acknowledge. That would be nice to go to a place where you can get the arts there. I think that's what he was referring to, right? But also it's country music is there. I mean, so there's all kinds of nice things for everybody in Tennessee, right?
But there are nice things for black people over here and nice things for white people over here.
True. It is a very segregated state. Just look at the numbers. But I want to shift the conversation into one thing. I discuss this a lot in the South or about the South, and people have actually gotten offended by saying, "No, we're not like this. No, it's good. Come on down." And I say to that, please don't be offended. Please don't. It's earned its. I said this in the beginning of the conversation. The South has earned its reputation for a reason. It has. And so what I would do is, instead of saying we're not like that, I would ask and say, why do you feel that way? What some of your experiences have you heard? That's how I would handle it. But please do not say we're not like that or it's not that bad. because that's just going to piss me off.
Well,
It just does.
It discredits the experiences of all of the interracial people who
hate it there.
hate it there, the biracial
hate it
people,
there.
the interracial couples.
Right.
And if you look at the comment in this particular
Yeah, I'm going to read
page,
some of
there
I'm going to
were
read some of the comments.
many comments like, if you're an interracial couple, don't come here.
Right.
So,
So let me just read some of the comments
This was
here.
interesting.
I have found that Memphis is hit or miss. Tennessee is not great when it comes to interracial relationships and marriage. I would not do it personally. Memphis, we lived there 3 years. We had several bad incidences. I wish you all the luck. I thought I'd get away from the stares and whispers when I left my hometown. I think it's worse now. So again, this is not coming from us. This is coming from this group. I have a friend who lives in Franklin, Tennessee, and I have visited there as well. I would not recommend it. Most people in Tennessee Tennessee would probably not be very welcoming of an interracial relationship. Again, that's based on this person's perception. But again, this is ubiquitous comments,
right.
Right.
Like all
so
of the
don't discredit
comments
that.
are like, as an interracial couple, this was not a good experience for
Right.
us.
Okay, so this is from a PhD. I won't say the name on. My husband and I vacationed for 2 weeks in Nashville. 2 weeks. Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. The racism there was awful in all 3 cities. I will never go to Tennessee again. There you have it.
Yeah.
So you want me to go to Tennessee? Okay, maybe I'll go for a day. Maybe I'll go for 1 day, and then I get the hell out.
Or you could go by yourself, and I can go by myself.
Yeah, we'll be fine if we just go.
We'll just go separately,
Just go
because that's
separately.
what we really want to happen.
All right. Anyway, let us know what you think.
What do you think?